centurions. You can go back to examples of Mark 15, Luke chapter 7, Acts chapter 10, Acts 22, Acts 24, and every time you run into a centurion, they are touted as men of integrity. And so apparently the Romans had good methods for seeing who became a centurion, a leader of 100 men. And so Paul and the rest of the prisoners are ready to leave Caesarea, and this great anticipation is to be fulfilled in heading for Rome. Look at verse 2 with me again. And by the way, Adramyttium is a city on the northwest coast of Asia Minor. That's modern-day Turkey, where the centurion planned to find the sailing ship to Italy. And Aristarchus is mentioned, and we talked about him already. He had been seized by the crowd during the riot at Ephesus, if you remember in chapter 19, verse 29. While accompanying Paul to Jerusalem, also in verse 20 with the riot that occurred with the offering, you'll remember that, Aristarchus was there. And there were several kinds of these ships in the day, and they were those who ventured into open sea. They were uniquely designed for open sea. And then you had the port hoppers. The port hoppers. In modern day, we have airplanes that do short routes. I call them puddle jumpers. Okay? They go up for about a half hour and then they land, and it's usually between regional type airports. Well, they had basically the same thing then, between ports. And they had these smaller ships that did this. And they just kind of skidded along the coastline, one port to the next, not being of the sturdy stuff to cope with the major shipping lanes across the